Hi, hello everybody, it's Pip Dobbin here from queenpipcards.com and the Card Making Know-How membership. Welcome to my Monday Live. Doing something a little bit different today. This past weekend I've been at the craft show in Farnborough. So just behind me here, actually you can't see, but just behind, if you could see back here, it's full of boxes, full to bursting with boxes. So I just... Yeah, so today, obviously, I've been working the last 4 days non-stop with show set up and then running the show for 3 days with my assistants, and also then closing down and bringing it all back again. It's been busy, busy, busy. So I thought today we would do something a little bit different, and I would do a little bit of a wrap-up and a roundup of what we did at the show, and then a little look at some of the things that I purchased at the show, and also my hints and tips for if you're going to a show, because, you know, there are more craft shows happening round and about these days. And so I thought you might like some of my tips of how I go to shows and what I do, etc. To make the most of your show and to make the most of your money while you're at a show. So hi Sue, hi Trisha, hi Sue. Thank you, big shout out to Sue and Deb and Alison, who were all there, all for 3 days helping me at the show, and Alison was there on setup as well. So thank you very much for that. Hi Angie, lovely to see you at the show. It was so nice to meet so many of you, and I know some of you popped in to say hello and I was too busy and there was lots of people at the stand and you couldn't get to see me. So I'm sorry if I missed any of you, but I'm ever so glad that you came along. And for those of you who I met, it was lovely to meet you. So thank you so much for that. Right, let's go hands down. Alrighty, we'll take that off. Don't need that. Okay, let's start with this. If you are new and you're new to card making, please do remember to sign up for my emails, and then you'll get some information about all things crafty, and you'll get my card making beginner guide, okay, which is great for anyone who's new, and then you'll get my hints and tips as we go through the rest of the weeks. So yeah, so that's always handy. Okay, so hi Ros, hi Julie. So yeah, it was a fun weekend. So we were doing displays, obviously, make and takes, and we were also doing demos. So we were demoing these cards. So here's one of the ones. This is a shaker card from one of our birthday kits. Alison was having a go at demonstrating these ones. So I can't find the ones you were demonstrating. I was going to share them, but I can't find them. They're packed in some box down here. So we've got lots of. So I've got lots of party cards if I need them now. They're all done and dusted. So yeah, we did those. I might give some cards away actually. So that was a great one. So that's one of our kits called the Confetti Birthday Card Kit. And everyone was really interested in just how to make the kits up, which was really interesting. I don't think there's as many kits around there for lots of other companies. I was having a look just to see, and I don't think anybody really does kits in this way as much over here in the UK, or at least not in the show. So that was interesting for me to find out, because people were coming over and going, oh, we've heard that you're doing kits, you know, can we have one? So I did actually sell a lot of kits. And then we made some of these cards. I don't know what I've done with those. I put them up on the... Oh, I think I put these ones up on the board. I put these ones up on the board after we'd done them. Yes, here we go. So we did these ones. So these are lovely, so pretty. No stamping, just... This one's no stamping, it's just sticking. But that went down really well. So if you did one of these with me, then I hope you enjoyed it. And we did... What else did we do? We did this one as well. There we go. And Debs was doing some as well. This I don't know where the ones were that Debs was doing as well. We did a little note of cheer. I love this set. Still available, these ones, all these kits. So cute. Butterflies. And we were making them up exactly as you know, they were being done as they come in the kits. So that's always handy. So that people can see exactly, rather than just trying to make things up and do, you know, things. Yeah, so I've looked at that. I've found 2 boxes of spare, but I think there must be a 3-box spare somewhere of kits because I can't find the ones that you were doing. But then again, I have got about 4, 8, 12. I've got 12 boxes stacked behind me. So, and I haven't gone through them all in detail. So I've had other things to be getting on with this morning. But yes, so we were doing some of these. So all in all, we just had a really good time doing some of our kits. And I think our kits are a really good way for people to get started. We were chatting a lot with new card makers about, you know, kits and how good they were. And, you know, sometimes people just need to see, sometimes people just need to see them as they are and see how they're made. Because sometimes when you talk about a kit, I think people don't really understand. And I know I talk about kits quite a lot, but if you've not watched any of my kit videos, you might not understand what a kit is either. But the fact that it comes in a box and it's all inclusive and there's everything you need in there, that was a real, I think for new card makers especially, it gives them a bit more confidence to know that they've got everything they need. They don't have to buy anything else. So they definitely appreciated that. And I think if you are a new card maker and you want to just try something new, a kit is a really good way of doing that. So if you want to, you can go and grab some of those from my online store. Here. So you can go on there and grab some. We've got loads of kits. They generally bring out 2 new kits a month. So, you know, kits are always good to go and purchase. Alrighty, so what else did I do? Well, I did a bit of shopping. So you know that I have my card making know-how membership, and that is what I love to work. I love to work with my members. So if you're new here and you don't know what it is a subscription. So you pay every month, or you can get a quarterly discount or an annual discount. And in there every month we do a class. So we get together and we stamp and chat. You don't have to stamp. You can just die cut if you prefer to die cut rather than stamping. It doesn't have to be stamping, but I just call it stamp and chat. That's just my name for it. Because we do quite a bit of chatting. So we do the stamp and chat every month, and then we have an Ask Queen Pip night as well. But apart from that, you know, that's just the class and the in-person stuff I do, like online over Zoom. But we also have a selection of courses. Okay, so you can start right at the very beginning and I will teach you what are the basic tools you need, what do you need to make a card, and how to make your first card. So that's your first step, or stage as I call it, and that's the begin stage. Once you've been able to do that, you move straight in to stage 2, which is construct. And construct is all about building your foundations. You're constructing the foundations of your house of crafting. Okay, so this is how I picture it in my head. We've got to do the beginner steps, kind of walking up the path. Then you've got to build your foundations in the construct stage. And this is all about the questions I got asked all over the weekend. What type of ink do I use? Why doesn't this ink dry as quickly as that one? What are the different card weights? How do you use these stamps then? What is stamping? What is die cutting? You know, so that's in the construct stage. All of those, what is, what if, how, what is it all about? I can't make a card. Don't know how to design a card. I can copy, but I can't make my own card. That is all in that construct stage. And then once you've got all of that under your belt and you're feeling a little bit more confident and you're like, oh, okay, I get this now. I know what to use when, and I know how to use these machines. I know how to use punches. I know how to use inks. I know how to use stamping if I want to. I know how to use my die cutting machine. Then we move into my explore stage, which is the fun stage that you get to do all messy things in if you want to. You don't have to do messy things if you don't want to. But in there, it's much more about, okay, so now I know how to do this. How do I take it on a step? Now I know how to do that. How do I increase my skill level? Now I know what to do with this. How can I use it? What can I do with pigment ink versus dye ink? What can I do with alcohol markers versus alcohol inks? And it's not all Stampin' Up. Oh, I know. That might come as a shock to some of you, but I actually use other card making products. And you know what? So do most of my customers. Most of the people I know who make cards are not just Stampin' Up people. They use everything and anything they like. So I like to use anything and everything I like. And so in my membership, I teach everything and anything. So whilst going to the show, I thought my whole thing was, what can I go and find for the show that I can use in my membership to teach more, to show more, to share more, to help more, and also things I can play with myself because I just like them. So I went to the show with that mindset on, and I think it's important when you go to a show that you know what you're there for. So if you're brand new, you're probably there to try and find some stuff and find some help. I'm going to tell you it'll be easier if you sign up for the membership first, have the help, know what you want, and then go to a show and buy stuff. Because once you know what you need, then you can go and buy the stuff and you know what you're looking for. Otherwise, when I first went to a craft show, I bought everything, brought it all home, and I had no clue how to use it. If you're on that page now, then you need to come and join the membership so that you can ask me, what do I do with this again? I've bought this and I've no idea what it is, because I pretty much know what everything is that's out there. There's very few things that I don't know, and if I don't know, I know the people to ask, and that's what you're paying me for, my knowledge and also my connections. So go with a concept in mind. It could be that you're looking for specific things. I saw a lot of people, I've got a list and I know what I'm looking for. Sadly, some of those things weren't available at the show, so then it's like, well, where can I get them? Again, something you can ask me on an Ask for Queen Pip night. And then I had a lot of people who have a budget, and that's exactly what I would recommend. Go to the show with a budget in mind. This is how much I want to spend. I do not want to be sidetracked from that, okay? So lots of people had cash, and then they would not dip into their cards. They would just use the cash that they had in their purses or wallets. And I think that's a very sensible thing, because it can be so exciting, especially if you're new. You go to a show and you see all these amazing things, you want to buy everything. But I've been there and I've done that, and you come back and you're like, oh, I've spent all this money, but I don't know how to use everything. So have a budget, join the membership, find out what that's all about, so that then you can understand what you've bought and get use out of what you've bought, or go with a plan in mind of what you need to buy. Okay, so if you want to join, then this is the URL here, cardmakingknowhow.com. There's a link in the description below. Come and join us. In the meantime, I'm going to give a bit of a sneak peek. So the members, it's time for you to get excited. Hi Carol, it was lovely to see you yesterday. Best thing about shows is the hugs. But yes, come and have a look at what we're going to be looking at, because all of this stuff eventually will get into the membership. I can't tell you it'll get in there next week or next month, because I plan out my stuff. I already know what I'm doing for October. So it might be November, it might be December, but it's going to get there at some point. So I have a plan in mind, but let's go heads down and see what I bought. Okay, so take that off. We don't need to see that. So the first thing I went in, my plan of action, I needed some pigment inks. Now, Stampin' Up don't sell pigment inks, so the ones that I recommend and I like the most are VersaFine Clair. And so I went and I started to build up my colour range, or just fill in some gaps that I had. Okay, so I've got some beautiful greens and oranges and yellows, some blues, and then a pink, and a this is kind of like early espresso, right? It's a nice chocolatey dark brown kind of pine cone colour. So I needed some more colours to be able to do the pigment ink techniques that I want to do. So I went to go and get some of those. I also decided I was going to try one of these inks. Okay, this is actually a dye-based ink. It's by Lavinia Stamps. You know I like Lavinia, but I've not used one of their ink pads before, so I thought I'm going to get it. I'm going to see what it's like. It says it's made exclusively for them, so I don't know whether it's comes from somebody else or not. I did see several other ink pads of the same shape, which always makes me think that actually somebody's white labeling something, but you don't know. They said it's exclusive, so we'll see. I'll have a look and I'll see what's inside it. Hi. Ugh, let me speak. Hi, Margaret. Hi there, Margaret, is what I'm trying to say. And then I wanted to add just a couple of distress oxides to my collection, because I want to try out some techniques with those as well. So that was the inks that I bought. And then, what else? Okay. So you all know I love my Lavinia stuff. I get a little bit carried away with my Lavinia. So I did buy quite a lot of Lavinia. So there was a guy there who was selling Lavinia, and because I'm very lucky, it's that there's such a nice community when you go to these shows. Because I was an exhibitor, he gave me discounts, so that was cool. So I got some extra discount on those. So yeah, you'll be seeing some in the membership. We'll be playing lots more, but not just with fairies and mushrooms, because I know that you know I do those, but also with edges and borders and trees and doors and bottles and lots of different things. So we'll be trying out some of those, especially this month, because it's so interesting. Lavinia Stamps always has that whole magical, mystical scenes, very complicated, lots of colouring, lots of ink splattering, whatever, you know, lots and lots of technique. But actually you can make some really lovely clean and simple cards with Lavinia. So I'll be doing some of those this month because it's clean and simple month this month. Okay, what else did I get? Well, I had to try out another company. This is All and Create. And I just loved these big stamps. They're massive. Look at the size of them. And one of my members uses stamps very much like this. And I thought, oh, I'd like to try one of those just to see how it goes. Because they've got all like lanterns and lights. So I want to give this a whole kind of collage-y, kind of vintagey kind of look. But also take them into how we can do them in brighter colours and stuff like that. So I did that. And then I met the lovely director of Sweet Poppy Stencils, and she does stencils and stamps. And I was chatting with her. She's a UK company, so I love that. I always love supporting UK companies. So Stampin' Up has got a lovely small version of this. Well, not quite this seahorse, but Stampin' Up has a small version of this seahorse. That they had before, and I lent my stamp set and dies to someone and I haven't got them back, so and I can't get them anymore because they've retired, so I needed a new seahorse. I liked the idea of this one for a Christmas bauble, and then I bought 2 stamps so that I can make cards for Sean. Okay, one is this massive turtle because he loves well, we both love turtles, and then this is the octopus because he loves octopus and so do I. So I bought those. I also then grabbed some of her like words. I don't know if you've ever seen any of this, but for those people who don't like stamping, you can get these sheets where you can just cut them up. And in each sheet, in each pack, there's white versions and black versions. So you can colour these ones. You could ink them up. You can do whatever. It's just so that you don't have to stamp. And I thought actually for some of my members who don't like stamping, this would be a great way for me to help and support them and show them what they can get. So again, this is for my members who don't like stamping but love die cutting but then miss out on the sentiments. I thought I would share some of these. So we'll be talking a bit more about those and how you can embellish them, add to them and all those kind of things. And again, Lucy from Sweet Poppy, I've got her card here. Where is it? Hold on. I promised her I would do this. I might put it in the description as well. And I'm not. In case anybody's wondering and thinking, oh, Pip, you can't do that because you're a Stampin' Up demo and you're not allowed to do this, that and the other. I'm absolutely allowed to share other crafters, okay? But what I can't do is I cannot get paid to do so. And I'm not being paid by Sweet Poppy to do this. So you want to go to, what's that? sweet-poppy.com if you want to buy any of these because they are lovely. So there we go. That's those. Julie's asked, are the Lavinia stamps like the Stampin' Up photopolymer ones? Yes, basically. Yes, so they are. And I think these are available in some other countries. There's a company in the US I found, I think, that sells them online. So they do ship internationally, I believe. So yes, you get them like this. And they're just photopolymer like that. They're not quite the same. They're a little bit misty is what I would call them. A bit more opaque than ours from Stampin' Up. They don't come in as, I'm going to be completely honest, they don't come in as good packaging because this is literally how you get them. And then a sheet. So you need to find a way of packaging them. So I will also be discussing that in the membership and how best I think it is to package them up. But we'll look at that. But they just, And to be honest, the price is very, very similar. So that's the other thing that I find remarkable, that people will say that Stampin' Up are expensive. This is a £10 stamp for one stamp. Our sets have normally got 8, 9 stamps in them for £19 to £20, but for one stamp people are prepared to pay £10. So I don't think we're that expensive when we look in the market. It's just a different style. So I did a lot of that. So for example, this one here, this is like £18 for these 3 stamps. And I mean, okay, they're big stamps, I get that. We don't do stamps this size, but I mean, our background stamp would probably be the relative one for this. But our backgrounds are rubber. They're not photopolymer or clear like this. So, you know, you get what you pay for, and we're very comparable. And I thought that was useful to know as well. When you're going to a show, you want to know whether you're getting a bargain or not. And then I found something which I was not looking for, but I couldn't resist. And this is from Dies to Die For in the UK, and it's Waffle Flower Steel Craft die, and it's the postage collage die, and it makes brilliant things. So again, I'm really going to be looking forward to playing with this in the membership and showing you how you can use it with all your other techniques. You don't need to buy all the fancy stencils and layers and stuff that goes with it. I can show you how you can make beautiful cards without that. I mean, you can if you want, but it just adds to the cost, right? So this is like £16.50 plus the layers, the stencils, then plus the stamps on top. It was getting quite expensive. So I just bought the die, and I'm going to show you how you use it otherwise in the membership. So I think that was it. Oh, and then, oh yes, and then I got this as well for Sweet Poppy. This is a Stencil Dimensions Translucent. We definitely don't do anything like this. This dries perfectly clear, so it's like a glaze that you can work through stencils as well. So it looks brilliant. So I'm going to give that a go. And you can do lots of things with it too. So that was it. That was kind of my roundup. I didn't buy masses. Well, I didn't think I bought masses. I bought quite a lot, but I bought things that I thought were unique, completely different to what we have in Stampin' Up, and also things that will be useful for my members. That's how I went for it, and to be able to allow me to bring the different types of techniques and skills that you can learn inside the membership, and I can add to those. That's what we're doing now, because all the foundational courses are all there. So if you need to learn how to do die cutting and how to do embossing and how to do heat embossing and how to do dry embossing and how to do gilding flakes and how to do pop-up cards and fun folds and how, you know, all of that stuff, it's all there at the moment. What I'm doing now every month is that every month we will have a focus, and then we'll have a challenge, and then we will work on those kinds of cards or those kinds of designs as we go through the month, and then that way we're growing around that particular focal point. So this month, as I've said, September is Clean and Simple. So if you want to know how I make Clean and Simple with Lavinia, then come and join us in the membership. And if you want to know how to use all the other stuff that I've just talked about here, then come and join us in the membership, and over the next few months you will find out, because I will be playing with it all and sharing it all on the membership and teaching you how to use it and the different things that you can do with all of these products. So there you go. That is it from me this week. A little bit different, I know, to my normal not creating this week, but I thought lots of people go to shows, especially in the run-up to Christmas. You might be going to a Christmas show, and I think it's important to have those tips. Have a budget, know what you want, come and join the membership so that you really know what you want. Or if you've bought a load of stuff and you don't understand what to do with it, come and join the membership so you can find out what to do with it. And yeah, just come and have fun with us in the community. Now, I'm talking about the membership a lot today, and I'm going to be talking about it through September, because then I'm going to close the doors. Okay, so it's currently open, but then I'm closing the doors towards the end of September, because in the next 2 weeks or so, because we are moving to a new fancy dancy platform. Okay, and the new platform, I have to get ready, and we have to like migrate all the all the users and migrate all the members and make sure that everybody's stuff still works and that they know where they are and that all the stuff is there and ready for them. And it's quite a big job. So I need to focus on that. So I'm going to be focusing on that during October time. And so I thought if I'd let people know that this is like the last month to join the membership for a bit, and then we'll probably be mopping up for a good couple of months, and then I might open it up again in the new year. So if you've been on the fence thinking about it, not quite sure whether you want to join or not, now is the time to join, because otherwise it'll be closed and you won't be able to join for a bit. So that's it from me this week. Next week I'm not here. So I'm sad to say there won't be a live. However, you will still get an email from me on my normal Tuesdays. So if you are on my email list, you'll still get that. And for those of you who are not yet members and are on my email list, you should be receiving my Inks workshop, which is part of my membership. And I'm doing that as a special before I shut the doors, just to show you the kind of thing that's inside the membership. So if you want to know about inks, then you should be reading my Thursday emails, which you get if you're not a member. Members don't need it because it's already in the membership. So there you go. What else? Yeah, so that's it. So I'm not here next week. I'm back again the following week. It's going to be a bit hit and miss for a while, but you know, we'll get there. But in the meantime, hopefully you will enjoy finding out about me, understanding a little bit more about me, signing up for my emails, looking at my members information, and maybe coming and joining us. We would love for you to be there. Alrighty, take care for now. Have a fab week. I'm now going to go and put my 12 boxes of stuff back and away. All right, take care. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye.